You are looking live at Capital One Arena in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., where the Virginia Cavaliers are getting set to take on the Maryland Terrapins in ACHA women's hockey action. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you all the action on RizzoVision, the debut of RizzoVision for UVA women's hockey. The Wahoos in orange and the Maryland Terrapins in white. It's a Maryland team that is a hybrid since this is an exhibition game. Some players from the current team and some players from the team from a couple years ago. Underway! Virginia in the signature orange and Maryland in the white. You might see varied colors on shorts and helmets, but that's okay. You can probably figure out who's who. Centering feed and a quick goal by the Terps. Tess Cleary was down and the puck shot over her. Let's see who leads the celly. I think it's Grace Wildenberger, number 4. So the Terps off to a quick lead. The way we're doing it, because of the time constraints of the arena, they're going to attempt 3 17-minute periods of a running clock. But probably a hard stop around 6 o'clock. So we'll see how it goes. 1-0 Terps. I don't see it on the board anywhere. Well, they have the Sirens and the Victoire still up there. The PWHL takeover game that happened right here on this ice just beforehand. Suzanne Volstad sends it over. Shot goes wide by Sam Battaglia. Wahoo's working it down low. Krebs looking for it. Terps pick it up, send it up the far boards, and they come out on the breakout. Coming in 2-on-1. Kick save by Cleary on one shot, and then the second offering, she stops as well. Carolyn Zubak with the first shot there. And some of these names you've seen on RizzoVision in the past. Zubak is one that you've heard from the Tri-City Eagles, Caroline and her sister Evelyn. So some familiar names here. Virginia starts it out in their own end, trying to get it out. Playing with 3 defensemen. There's Luisa Rizzo making her debut, number 33, in orange. Wahoo's pressing. Wahoo's a little bit over here. Kept in by Battaglia. Centered for Rizzo, couldn't get it through. Terps break out. Schumans sends it in. Another familiar name from the Tri-City Eagle. Gets down low, wrapped around on the far side. Terps play with it. Hussein had it for a moment. Virginia's going to break it out. Buchanan got it to center, rather Battaglia, and sent it down low. 4 versus 44. A lot of 40s out there for Virginia. The home of the Washington Capitals. There you get a good look at Luisa Rizzo. To the bench. Maryland comes in. Shot and a goal. Elizabeth Braun snipes the top left corner of the net. 2-0. Maryland jumps out to the lead. Just under 14 minutes left in period 1. Off the draw, Volstad goes into her own end, shovels it up the far boards. I'd like to hear the goal announcement. Braun unassisted at 3:10 is the official announcement. It's nice to have one of those professional PA announcers. We've seen them sometimes before. Tony Phillips, our pal, at the York Devil games, used to be outstanding PA announcer and sometimes color announcer on RizzoVision. Up the far boards, Virginia trying to get it out. Holtz moved it up the wall for Krebs. Now Volstad's going to use the body as a shield. Look for some open ice, and there goes Suzanne. She might have a breakaway. She's got one to beat. Volstad up the wing, has Krebs trailing. Volstad comes in, fanned on the shot. And Molnar steered it away. Virginia coming in to get it. Hard to see through. I mean, I can't actually hang over the boards. I'm pretty close. This is about as good of a perch as you could ever hope for in a million years. Stand right at the center of an NHL rink. Cleary, spread eagle, and is able to throw the glove down and cover it up. Shot goes around the horn, never got to the net. Maryland holding the possession in a 2-0 lead. We're under 12 minutes in the first period, running clock. It's an exhibition game as Cleary makes the save. Exhibition game, so it doesn't count toward the standings. Maryland's still on break, so they needed to hustle some players from the past team to help make it work. And who wouldn't want to make it work when you have such an incredible setup as we do here, with a great opportunity for both of these schools. Here comes Rizzo. She's got a 2-on-1. Along, she's going to take it on the right side. Shot, stick, save, and she almost potted one in her debut. She had Buchanan with her. Kept in, centering feed, loose in front, pounded there by Rizzo, and a save by Molnar, or did it go in? They're patting her on the head. Let's see. Doesn't look like a goal celebration, but Wahoo's nearly got one there. An 11 offensive zone draw. Colts will take it.
Sorry, sir.
To Doro in the slot.
Can you give me that red pouch right there? Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it. And just helped out the Montreal Victoire assistant coach right there. I'm between the benches. Bryce Salvador, or whoever you want to call, is your Darren Pang. This is the Darren Pang spot. 2-on-1 for Maryland. Shot. Cleary kicks it away with the left pad. And Michael Cleary, coach and dad, tracks the shots just to your right. Loose in the top of the shot. Shot was blocked by Volstad. And it comes up the near side and back down behind the end line. Banged up the near side. Devendorf was trying to steer it out. Shot. Cleary saw it all the way. Trapped it, never let it hit the ice. Ellie Schumann's with the shot. Hettinger with Rizzo. Up front along with Buchanan. Volstad and Battaglia on D for Virginia. Not a big bench today, but not completely devoid of skaters as the Wahoos get back in action, looking to make a good run here in the second half of the season with a couple of new faces, one of them here, one of them not. We'll wait for Suzanne Rotherham to make her debut, probably in a week's time. At a much less spectacular arena, but hey, those are the breaks. Terps bring it in. Down low, shot, never got it off, was Braun, who has one of the goals. 2-0.
Go, Suzanne, go! 3-on-2, 3-on-2.
2-0, Maryland leads it. Held up at the line. It's going to be a delayed offside. Virginia, if they touch it there, it's going to be offside. It comes out of the zone. Braun picks it up, sends it forward for Wraith, rather. Wraith with the shot. Cleary with the right shoulder save, steers it away. Picked up by Buchanan on the far side wall. Tries to get it up and through. One-timer goes wide. Carolyn Zubak coming in. Backhander score. Oh, what a nifty move right there for the goal. Danny Beer BIR. What a move. Came out from the side, came in front, backhanded it. Cleary didn't have much of a shot at all. And it's 3-0 Terps. Virginia back on the heels a little bit here. Early on, 7:40 left first period. Running clock, about 17-minute periods. We'll see if they even have enough time to do that. Figuring a hard stop at 6 o'clock. Carolyn Zubak gets in and scores. They gave Zubak a little room, and the lefty came in, found an open spot in the slot, and found the back of the net. Up front, Tadaro with Holtz and Krebs. In the back line, Battaglia and Sievers. For a boost. Wrist shot deflected in front, but a nice save by Cleary. Eileen Kilkeary with a nice wrist shot. Looking for the deflection in front was Wildenberger. And a good save by Cleary through traffic. 4-0 quickly here in Maryland. But Virginia's had a couple of chances. Let's see if they can cash in on some here. Between the points, shot, nice save by Cleary. That puck had a little lift at first and then died on the way in. I'm going to try to shut up during those announcements because they're absolutely brilliant. Terps break it in. Ashley Hill sends it around the board. Volstad is there. Didn't get a lot of help. Shot hit the outside of the net. Cleary with a left pad save. Tried to trickle it in front. Blocked away. Somebody got a stick on it. It was Devendorf. Or Ettinger, actually. Was all the way down. Got a stick in front of it. Excuse the coughing. I wish I had a cough, but I probably could mute the thing, but kind of stretching this thing. If you saw how the tripod was sitting right now, you'd have a good laugh at your guy on RizzoVision here. Centering feed goes through the slot and comes to the near side wall. Terps playing with it. Gillies centering feed into the mixer. Knocked down, knocked away. Loose puck 50-50, smacked in by Radoff. Maryland will change 60%, and that will give Virginia a clean breakout. Here comes Avery Buchanan up the right wing, trying to get through. Couldn't quite clear the defender, but will battle for it down low. Tadaro's in front in case that puck pops out. She goes and gets it. Now looking is Buchanan, centering feed, shot, save. There was a right pad save in there somewhere. Loose and into the breadbasket. Off of the third time shot by Sarah Ettinger. And the cap comes to the bench after a good shift that draws an offensive zone faceoff. Holtz on the dot, Tadaro in the slot, Krebs on the right side wall. Sievers at the right point, Battaglia between the points. Blues get the possession here. Point shot through traffic, gets all the way there and stopped by Sid Molnar. She graduated, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but coming in as Maryland on break, they were able to show a little of the strength of the program here, getting some alums to step in while some of the players were not available from the current team. And it's exhibitions like this, you know, you make them work. There's some girl somewhere who's going to end up at University of Maryland or University of Virginia and wants to be a hockey player. And this is going to be the reason why. And it might not be today. It might be 2 years from now or 10 years from now. And I'm sure if they've done this once, these teams will try to do it again, maybe make it an annual thing. Shot comes through the crease. Cleary moved it out of harm's way, at least for the moment, but Maryland here with the possession. Trying to come up the wing. Can't do it. Battaglia gets at the net. Cleary stopped it. There was a little poke there after the whistle. Sievers was making sure that nothing else was awry and a miss. And the whistle stops play, but not the clock, which ticks down 2:38, 37, and 36 in period number 1. Running clock, 17-minute periods with about a minute break between. But as we get closer to the 6 o'clock Eastern hour, and right now it's 5:28, we'll see how it goes. Cavs break it in. They get it into the offensive zone. They've had some series where they've been able to do a little bit, but not maintain the possession the way Maryland has. Maryland in the white jerseys, they bring it in. Zubak over to Beer, now picked away by Volstad. Volstad comes up the right wing, hits the brakes a little bit, gets by one, takes a shot, save, loose in front, no whistle, rightly no whistle, and going back to retrieve it in no icing. Luisa Rizzo maybe switched, did she switch to D or is she just covering? She started at left wing, got her name announced. We didn't get on the air quickly enough to hear that, so hopefully Debbie Rizzo got that one. It's a good family moment. Rizzo's going to have to hustle back. She's 1-on-3 if she can get back there. Rizzo gets a piece of it and Cleary makes a save to clean it up. So the Terps with a 3-on-0 that Rizzo made into a 3-on-1. She got a piece, maybe helped adjust the shot. And Cleary made the big save. It's still a 4-goal gap. Maryland so far in control.
1 minute remaining in the period, 1 minute.
1 minute in the first period remaining, running clock. And, Battaglia tried to rush away, couldn't quite get there. Fedaro chips it off the boards to herself. I gotta really pay attention here in case that there's nothing protecting me except my incredible reflexes for someone at my advanced age. If a puck comes, I will catch it. I say that all the time. I will catch it if it comes to me. Even when I'm doing play-by-play and manning the camera, I will catch the puck if it gets here. Virginia trying to change, but couldn't quite do it. Krebs had to stay in there, and Maryland's going to try to take advantage. Shot, and it goes in. Blistering shot by Wildenberger, Grace Wildenberger. I think that's her second of the game. Make it 5-0, and the period expires. So, a big first period for Maryland.
After it's the Maryland Terrapins 5, the Virginia Cavaliers nothing.
And Virginia's back to the drawing board here a little bit. Very quick break, and then we're right back to it. 48 seconds left in the intermission already. Coach Joe Morrell giving some instructions. The Cleary's right here. You can see around the arena, it's still some signage from the PWHL takeover. And the Washington Capitals Stanley Cup banner. The Washington Bullets, the team that I remember, their 77-78 championship banner, which if you want to hear more about that, just tune into Mad Dog Unleashed on any given day, because he might be talking about that.
It's our first period, but we're going to come back.
Okay, well, apparently we're doing in between period interviews. That's Suzanne Volstad saying that we're going to come back. Here's the PWHL takeover stuff. The scoreboard right above us, Capital One. And there are your Wahoos coming out for period 2. They switch sides. Cleary defending the net to your YouTube left. And Sid Molnar will protect the cage to your YouTube right. Hettinger with Vindorf and Buchanan to start it out up front for Virginia. Volstad and Holtz on the back line. So Coach Joe making some changes on the fly. I think positionally, Virginia's going to be fluid here. Loose in front, Cleary. Nice reach forward to stop an offering at a second shot and cover it up before there could be a third. Off the draw, Terps go between the points. Shot never gets through traffic. Holtz got a stick on it and defended it well. Picked up by Volstad, trying to run through the circle with it. They do get it out. Maryland picks it up. Skogsholm sends it back in. Devendorf had it in her area. Didn't quite spin it fast enough. Backhand shot, Cleary, right pad save, and covers it up, moving forward with the dexterity of a lizard. Who's change it up, down 5-0 with 15:45 left, period 2. Running clock. And a little exchange there. Accidental bump. Somebody lost a glove. This is not exactly the border war with stuff on the line, since it's a game that is for exhibition purposes, but both teams would still like to win. I just don't think that we'll see fisticuffs here, like we did in the Sirens versus Vitois game before this. Centering feed, knocked away. Somebody got a piece. Shot, blows up the stick. What a good play by Sam Battaglia. She needed the shaft of the stick to block it, but she hung in there and knocked the stick right out of her hands. I think it was Kilkiri with the blast. Maryland trying to move it through. Who's handoff on the defense, and don't ever let a shot get through. Rizzo in pursuit, trying to disrupt the play. Got a piece of somebody. Severs saved by Cleary off the one-timer in front, leading down. Krebs trying to shield it to get it out, sends it to an area where looks like Tadaro's able to get it and send it forward. Sent back in. Rizzo is going to pick it up, looking for some room. Can't get through. Sent over now to Severs. Severs fires it up the wall just below us. I'm trusting, based on player movement and the laws of physics, that one almost hit me. I was out of the way, but I was ready. I was ready. Coach Paul, if you're watching, I would catch it. Face off just outside the attacking blue line for Virginia. Buchanan sends it forward. A couple of Terps there to disrupt it, and Buchanan sends it back down low. Devendorf was in pursuit. She's staying out front in case that puck goes in. It's kept in at the point. Brought down low. Devendorf is in front. Glove save, but Devendorf was right there, ready for it. But Sid Molnar caught it with the trapper and never let it hit the ice. 5-0 Maryland. Maryland in the white jerseys, Virginia in the orange. 13:20 now left in period 2. I'll keep repeating it. If you've been on since the beginning, you're maybe tired of hearing it, but it's a running clock because of the time constraint. And now that we've settled into the game, more players have been sitting down, which gives you a much better vantage point. And of course, as soon as I say that, a couple get up and get ready to go in. Whistle stops play, but not the clock. 5-0 Maryland. 12:50 left, period 2. Off the draw, quick shot by Wildenberger. He's got 2 already, was looking for the hat. But Cleary kicked it away. I don't know if we have shots on goal anywhere, but Devendorf is going to be the first to chase. That's what you call the F1, the first attacking forward. Forces the play. Maryland brings it up and in. Radov left it for Wraith. Loose in front, and they score. Looked like Elizabeth Braun again. I don't know if it was 3, it might have been 12. Michelle Radov. Let's see, nobody's leading the Selly line. but we'll get it from the PA announcer.
Next time that happens, I'm gonna drop.
Rizzo now up at center with Krebs on the right, Todaro on the left. Maryland bringing it in. Wraith centering feed. No, she shot it. She had me fooled. I thought she was centering it. Carolyn Zubach was there. But Lauren Wraith tried the quick flip shot. Cleary kept the shoulder up, knocked it down, and kept it out. Off the draw, comes to the point. Rizzo was there to pursue, redirected in front. As that shot got through traffic. So it was Radov. Knocked down in front, Rizzo got a piece of it, and there's a whistle.
27, Lauren Reed. Assistant number 3, Elizabeth Brown. Time of the goal, 4:55.
4:55. Radov from Reith and Braun. 6-0 Terps over Virginia. Now ticking down to 10:36 left, period number 2. Off the draw, Maryland wins it. Going between the points, kept in. Volstad trying to make it a breakaway if she can. Had to chip it into the corner. Has Devendorf coming down the middle. Volstad looking, centers it. Somebody got a piece. Knocked down at mid-ice by Ettinger. Ettinger hustling back, trying to keep it from a breakaway. Lost the stick there, and will try to play the player. Zubach comes in, shot, big save by Cleary. She got the shaft of the stick on that one. Ettinger recovers the twig. A puck battle ensues. 3 Virginians against 2 Terps, and it gets fired to the far side of the ice. Maryland picks it up. Bringing it in, takes a shot and score. A big wrister from Eileen Kilkeary. Captain Kilkeary with a killer shot. And that'll make it 7-0 Maryland. Down to 9:12 left in period 2. Rizzo at center with Todaro on the left, Krebs on the right. At the point, got a piece of it with the skate. Italia was there. They come in on Sievers. Sievers forced to play to the outside. It's going to be our first penalty. And these penalties, with the running clock, the penalty kill is a lot quicker. So once they post this penalty, it'll start ticking down. Italia, I think with the roughing is what they are going to call. And the 5-on-4 for Maryland will start momentarily. Looks like Rizzo, Todaro, Volstad, and Sievers to kill it off. I think the penalty announcement is forthcoming. I don't see a clock that shows. Oh, there's the penalty. Gotta get used to the scoreboard here, this fancy scoreboard. Kilkeary with another blast. And another from Maryland from close range.
Cavaliers, number 44, saved by Italia. 2 minutes for holding. Out of the penalty.
Italia, 2 minutes for holding. Centering feed goes just wide. Cleary was there, and she has been busy, and the score is not an indication of the way she has played so far. Puck battle on the far side. Todaro gets a piece of it, sends it forward. Rizzo's 1-on-2, and she doesn't have the angle. She'll stay in pursuit with 3 Terps back. Maryland takes one change and another and another. Centering feed knocked down and pushed up. Rizzo going to try to force it out. Rizzo selling out there with the body trying to get it. Was just a moment too late. Here come the Terps with it down low. Backhand shot never gets through by Elizabeth Braun. And Sievers knocked it away. Loose in front. Cleary with the right pad save. Buchanan with it. Looking to move it. 33 seconds left now. Well, it keeps ticking down as soon as I look at it with no stops. Now 24 seconds left in the power play. Virginia down 7-0, but so far the PK has worked. Sent off the boards. That will be enough to get out. Maryland taking it back into their own end. Rizzo's going to be in pursuit. Rizzo can't quite get it, but that is going to kill off most of the end of the penalty. And 33 was out there up front, killing off all of it, and Battaglia jumps back in, so they did kill it off. And let's see if Virginia can build some momentum off of the solid penalty kill. They get fresh troops out there now. Trying to get up the wing on the far side. Sarah Ettinger gets it at the net. Whistle stops play, but not the clock. 7-0 Maryland, 5:50 left, period 2. Off the draw, trying to get it through the middle. Holtz knocked it away. Maryland was trying to get it through that middle, but Wahoo is keeping it pretty tightly defended. Volstad hard off the wall. Buchanan trying to get around the defender. She's able to get through Karabanova and get it into the offensive zone. Just not numbers too much when Virginia's getting into the offensive zone. They'll break through probably at some point here. They're inching a little bit closer to it. Volstad knocks the stick away, picks the puck up, sends it off the wall on the far side, chipped back toward the net by Mastracci. Well, Mastracchi. Anyway, it's a good Italian name. Usually I pronounce the Italian names with the Italian pronunciation. There's a big offside. Danny Beer is hitting herself in the head because she knows precisely what happened right there. It's a hard game. It's a fast game. If it was easy, everybody would play it. 4:20 left, period number 2. Virginia looking for their first of the game at Capital One Arena in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., home of the Washington Capitals. Trying for the Bobby Orr type goal was Yara Hussein, but didn't quite connect, and I think Tess Cleary would have denied her the honor had she had done that anyway, whatever I just said. Battaglia will rush over to the side, get there first for Todaro. Todaro chipped it out of the zone. Todaro on the left wing, Rizzo at center, and Kate Krebs on the right, 46. Todaro goes right by you. Number 8. Here you get a look at Kate Krebs, 46. This one's going to be icing, so 3:30 on the clock when the whistle blew. And probably it'll be about 3:10 once they drop the puck. It is a day to celebrate the women's game. And before this one, there was a great game between the New York Sirens, who play in New Jersey, my home state, by the way, and the Montreal Victoire. And Victoire was not the victor. It was the Sirens. 2-1. We'll talk more about that in the minute between periods. For now, Virginia with maybe their most sustained pressure since the early going. Holtz was trying to break down the middle, but Maryland closed the gap quickly with a couple of players. One of them skates off right in front of you. Ashley Gillies. Boy, if you're named Gillies and you play hockey and you know anything about the history of hockey and the New York Islanders, you have a really good hockey name. Stolen Centered. Wrist shot. Save Cleary. Loose in front and she covers. So Wildenberger stole it. She found Lauren Reith coming right down the middle. Reith got all of a wrist shot, but Cleary denied her. 7-0. Maryland. 150 now left, period 2. If you like what you see, then throw up a comment, say hi. Game's on here now, and you can watch it whenever you want on demand on RizzoVision with our new UVA women's hockey channel. Glad that you're following. For both sides, of course. We know we have a lot of our Maryland family following as well. Here comes Sam Battaglia. Tried to get the pressure through the middle. Rizzo swiped on that one and missed it. Tries to get back to recover. Shot, and it goes wide. It hit the post. I think Cleary might have gotten a piece of it with the blocker.
1 minute remaining in the period.
A lot of orange on the near side. And Todaro came down the middle to knock that one away. Sends it up. Rizzo knocked it down. No high stick. They play catch. Todaro comes in, uses the body. Rizzo knocks it away. 1 minute to go. Now ticking down. Rizzo still with it. Has 3-on-2. Can't get through. Karabanova hung tough and just picked it away from Rizzo, trying to split a couple of the D. Virginia trying to send it the other way. Rizzo got a piece of it, couldn't handle it. Comes off the boards on the near side, pops up right in front of us, just feet away. Here comes a break. 1-on-0. Backhand. She tries the fancy shot and she scores. Grace Wildenberger went through the legs and flipped it up. Cleary didn't have a chance. 8-0 Terps, and that ends the period. So prior to this, we talked about the PWHL takeover.
Maryland Terrapins 8, the Virginia Cavaliers.
The PWHL finds some out-of-market arenas, and they play basically neutral site games at these arenas during the season. And today's, on January 18th, 2026, marked the largest crowd to see a professional women's hockey game in United States history. So they were not the main event, were the Wahoos nor the Terps, but they are an exciting day's footnote at least. So they get to skate on the same ice just minutes after. And the popularity of the sport continues to grow. We'll expect that USA versus Canada gold medal game to come up in about a month or so. But some other teams in contention as well. It would be an upset if either of them don't make the gold medal game. But great hockey on board nonetheless. And when you're watching UVA or you're watching Maryland, you're almost certainly invested in at least one of the players that are out there, so it makes it even a little extra special. One more period to go, 17 minutes on the clock, and we'll see if they let them play it, because there's 8 minutes before the hard expiration of 6 p.m. So far they're not kicking them off, but I mean, if it's up to me, I say let them play. Underway, period 3. Virginia's goal, we'll give you the goal.
Assistant number 27, Lauren Reith. Having a goal 16:49 in the second period.
Buchanan's going to put the pressure on. Kilkeary will take it around, send it up the near side. And a thank you to Eileen for her help in getting me the Maryland roster ahead of time, and to the UMD social media director who was graceful enough to help me out. It sounds a little bit better when you know people's names and numbers. Backhand shot, Cleary with a big save. It's under the pad, but it's still loose and dug out, but out of trouble for the moment. Goes to the far side corner. Volstad picks it up. Suzanne will gain the line of center. Was going to look to pass it to Buchanan. Sort of whiffed on the first one. It's going to be offside if she touches it. She's got to get all the way back. And now they're onside. Maryland moving that puck well through all three zones. Comes to the near side. Evendorf tried to get it to Rizzo. Rizzo got it in the skates. Couldn't quite dig it out. If our pal Jerry Milani's watching, he'd say, stick a fork in it. There are no forks in hockey. This one's sent out. It's going to be icing unless Molnar decided to play it. She did not. There were calls from the bench for her to play it. Speaking of benches, it's pretty cool when you get to sit on a professional bench and play hockey. An honor well earned by all of these players. Both from great institutions. But you know, the one in orange is, yeah. We're biased toward that one. Whistle stops play, 14-14, ticking and ticking and ticking away. Penn, the Wahoos, pretty much when you're down 8-0, your goal is to get a goal. Just get that 0 off the board. The win-loss part of the outcome is determined. And the good part for Virginia is that it doesn't count against them at all in the standings. And there have been a lot of bright spots here, and just more so for Maryland. If this was more of a league type game, I think, and depending on the time of year, we might see somewhat different rosters too. Wrist shot goes wide. Molnar had the glove there and let it go. Italia, nice play. Looked one way, sent it right stick to stick on Sievers the other way. Ettinger had the stick in there, trying to knock it away. Terps bring it in. Virginia's leveled the play up here a little bit in terms of possession in the third. That's how you build it. You get some good possessions, and it leads to a scoring chance or two, and maybe you put one away. 8-0 Terps though. 12:53 left in the third. Capital One Arena, yes, the Capital One Arena. This is where the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of the National Hockey League has played his home games for 2 decades and counting. That one chipped in. I think it was Zubak at the end that got it in. Off the goal mouth scramble. And the classy Maryland players with the score that way. There's no great celebrations, but still high fives. You should feel good about scoring one on such a big occasion. 9-0 Terps, 12-12 left in the third. Backdoor try. Hussein was almost there. Comes to the near side corner. Puck popped up, no hand pass or no high stick. Volstad tries to move it, a little too strong for Rizzo.
Assistant number 5,
Rizzo picks it up, looking for some room. Trying to get through a lot of traffic there, couldn't quite do it. 1-on-1, Zubak sends it for the near side wall. Skating into it is Skogsholm, centering feed. Now a backhander goes wide by Braun. Skogsholm sent it toward the middle, but it's covered by Cleary before further trouble could ensue. Rizzo up front with Todaro and Devendorf moved out. Let's see if this is not icing. It looked like it got tipped by a Maryland stick. They wave off the icing and Molnar plays it. Molnar was tested on literally the first shift of the game. It looked like Rizzo was going to have one on her first shift in the Virginia colors, and she made the save, and it's kind of been all Terps since then. Comes to the point on the far side. Shot blocked away by Todaro. Todaro coming all the way over to force Kilkiri to release that one before maybe she wanted to, and Kilkiri really has a heavy shot from the point. Under 10 minutes to play in the third. 1 minute short of 6 o'clock, and I don't see anybody kicking us out yet. So I think they're gonna let the girls play. But man, the moment that game's over and the handshake's done, they are gonna rush them off the ice. I can tell you that. Feed goes down low, backhand pass, rushing into a shot, right save, Cleary off of Braun's wrister. Trying to get through traffic was Reynoso. Got it close, but not all the way through. Buchanan picks it up. Avery off the boards on the near side, gets it out. Kilkiri getting kind of bumped at by her own teammate, and that's going to allow Ettinger to fight for the puck in the near side corner. Comes up the near side wall. Put them back. Allie Holtz, you are on camera for that one, and you are probably going to have to pay a fine in the Kangaroo Court, which, by the way, Wahoos, if you don't have one, you probably need to make one now. You're welcome. Hashtag hockey traditions. Here comes Volstad. She's got him beat on a change. Wrist shot. Oh, it goes over the netting. Wait, there is no netting. They took it down. It went into the stands. Somebody hurry up and get a souvenir. Volstad came in, took the shot. It was blocked and it went over the glass. Offensive zone draw. Rizzo on the dot. Todaro in the slot. Devendorf on the wall on the far side. Sievers at the right point. Battaglia at the left. A run-in over there. Almost picked off by Todaro. She does get it. Doesn't have numbers. Was trying to center it for Rizzo. Couldn't quite complete the deal over there. They sent the transaction, but the card got denied. Maryland trying to bring it out of the zone. They do with the pass and the rush. Here comes Zubak, 10 in white. Over for Radov and back and forth. Radov fights for it in the corner. Rizzo battles for it. Coming down low to get it. It's center. Chipped forward for Devendorf, who steers it out. Rizzo will try to put the pressure on with that brand new white twig that she got for Christmas. You're welcome. Wrist shot goes wide. Zubak actually got the shot blocked. I think Sievers got a piece of it. Shot goes into Cleary's pad. She stops it and covers it before there is a rebound to yield. 9-0 Terps, down to 7 minutes left, period number 3. Running clock at the Capital One Arena. If you're just tuning in, we're glad that you are here. And you can follow the Who's the rest of the way as long as I have a working car and a willingness to drive up and down the eastern seaboard for the next couple of months, which I do, usually, and in theory. I'll try to bring you the rest of the season from here on in, and then let the future go as it may. Down to 6:23 and counting. Virginia would just love to get one here at this point. That would shorten up the ride back to Charlottesville. The ride for some of us today started in the snow of northern New Jersey. but fortunately not too bad. And hopefully it's not there waiting for us on the drive home tonight or the drive back to anywhere. We want to make sure our players and families always travel safely to and from games. 9-0 Terps, 5:30 left, period number 3, running clock. Chipped forward, Kate Krebs is the one to chase after it. It's into the offensive zone. Sarah Edinger puts on the pressure against Lena Mastracci. Sent to the center circle. Waldenberger has it, brings it in, spinorama. No, she just did the Gretzky curl more so than the spinorama. Sends it in, Kilkeary takes a shot, Cleary knocks it down and covers it. Kilkeary didn't unleash the Kraken level wrister or snapper that time because she was defended. Off the draw, she gets it blocked away, and it had so much on it. There goes Rizzo trying to chase it down, and it's picked up by Rizzo. She picked it off, gets to the middle, looking for Devendorf and some traffic. Now tried to get it through the legs over to Todaro. Todaro spins, can't get the shot off. Battaglia with it, looking for some room. The Wahoos pile up in front, and they can't get it there. Comes back, Sievers. A woman on an island now coming right down the middle. Sievers tries to break up the 1-on-2, and she does. Cleary cleans up the mess. And Virginia keeps it at 9. Draw comes to the middle. Right point, left point, wrist shot, goes wide. Near side wall, Todaro for Rizzo, just a little too strong. Rizzo's gonna try to split the D. Got the skates tied up there and got the worst of it. As Reynoso held her ground. Comes up the near side wall. Kept in Volstad. And Maryland is gonna bring it out 2-on-1. Holtz is back. Volstad comes in and breaks it up. Got a piece of the puck. If you get the puck first with the stick and you follow through with the body, a good ref is going to allow it. And that's what they did. A great play by Volstad. Selling out. Your team's down 9-0. There's 3 minutes left in the game, and she back-checked all the way just to prevent one. That's 35. Usually she's supposed to wear number 5, but I guess the number 5 jersey disappeared, or there's some kind of story. I think with Suzanne, we'll get a lot of good stories. She was trying to do between periods interviews with us, which was interesting and not planned. So it's good to have an outgoing sort like that as on your side. We tick down to 2:22. Virginia looking for that one. I'd like to get that one goal to get out of here, otherwise I think the win part of this was decided long ago. That's going to go to Maryland, but we'll watch the rest of this hockey. Another big save by Cleary. And again, we can't always look at a score to determine a goalie's performance. And Tess Cleary's been honestly brilliant. She really hasn't had a chance on any of the ones that she allowed. Off the draw, Terps win it. Trying to move it between the points. Edinger was trying to pick off that point-to-point pass. Maybe gets that one. That would be Buchanan was putting on the pressure. Centering attempt doesn't go through. Good tie up in front by Seaver. Seaver's probably given away 50, 75 pounds and about a foot on that matchup with Ashley Gillies. And she bodied her out of the way. Maryland will bring it up. Gain the line of center in the offensive zone. Still with it, trying to get through traffic, and Radov eventually just sent it at the net and Cleary covered it up. This probably will be the final shift of the game. Rizzo with Todaro. Evendorf up front. Volstad on the back line with Ali Holtz. Some Terps maybe looking to add to an already brilliant day. Cleary stops that one down to 20 seconds, so we're at either the last face-off if they even do it. 14 seconds and counting. Final sequence here. Terps off the draw, play around with it, send it in front. Cleary knocks it away. The final 3 seconds will tick off here. And that's the final.
At the end of the game, the final score, the Maryland Terrapins 9, the Virginia Cavaliers nothing.
So, not celebrating the scoreboard, but celebrating an eventful day are the Cavaliers, and the Terps can celebrate a little extra after the 9-0 win. Wow, this is the second 9-0 game I've witnessed in an NHL arena in 12 days because I was at the Devils Islanders 9-0 shellacking. As a Devil fan, that was not good. I'm on the wrong side of these 9-0 games all the time. I gotta fix that. There is the most storied tradition in all of sports, the center ice handshake, and the show of sportsmanship, always the best. That is going to do it from Capital One Arena.
They'll take a team picture.
Oh yeah. Okay, they're going to take a team picture, so we will stay on for that. I was going to give you the whole final score, 9-0. We could do all that stuff. Final score, 9-0. I don't know if they're going to do stars of the game, but that's Cleary, definitely. Despite the 9, he's probably the star for Virginia.
Between the Maryland Terrapins and the Virginia Cavaliers. Thank you for your support of the Washington Capitals and the PWHL. Thanks for coming. Please travel home safely.
Picture time coming up. Staff at Capital One. Very professional. Nice people all around. I'll give you a little background. This is what happens before the picture. Everybody takes off their helmets. Is there time for hair and makeup? No. There's hockey hair and hockey makeup. Sophia Dodaro was trying to get into the Maryland picture. There are your Terps. Now, I think we'll do the group shot. Well, this is... Okay, that's what he's saying. He's got to turn that way. His lens is too long. That's a problem that we only experience when we have pros doing this thing. I'm just sitting here. Well, I mean, I got an iPhone 17. That's pretty good equipment. It's not cheap. But and here I thought we were just going to get the hard boot at 6 o'clock, but it's 6:12. So we're still here. Here they line up. Not as good of a pick. Did you get one just for Virginia?
I didn't yet
Oh, you-
because they
Oh.
were just kind of standing
Well, make them
around,
do
so
it. Make them do it.
Okay.
I'm like calling audibles over here. That we got to make sure we get our Virginia pick. So you'll see this, but
Stand there, have them take a picture. It ain't me, little boy.
there are the Wahoos getting their commemorative from a great day. Okay, I think that will now finally do it. Final score from Capital One Arena. Maryland Terrapins 9, Virginia Cavaliers nothing. And we'll be back in action in about a week's time. And until then, we want to thank you for tuning in from our Virginia side and from our Maryland side. But one more time, thanks for watching. University of Virginia Women's Club Hockey on RizzoVision.